My family's from Fort Worth. I was born in South Fort Worth around Corrali. I lived in Weatherford for a long time with my family out there, which is just west of Fort Worth. And I love Texas. I grew up there, and over the years, I was always back and forth, to visit family and stuff. And I moved back, and I lived there for 2 years while I was working on writing and just kind of taking some time off from LA. And then this other job came along, this Discovery Channel job, Harley and the Davidsons, and so I kind of took a break from writing and jumped back to acting for a while.
What were their lives like? What were all the little intricacies of the building of the company actually in history, and how does that make a story? And what's great is we're all kind of big history fans here. And so, Mikkel will pop in every once in a while with something, this actually happened in real life, but it happened like this. What if we add that little detail? And then someone will come in and go, well, if we tweak this a little bit, it's just this constant effort to really tell a story of history. And the detail has been really incredible.
I'm learning so much from Bug and Mikkel. Not only what they give you in a scene when you're playing with them, but also like off camera, things that they've been teaching me that I just didn't know, because I haven't done it as long as they have. So I can say this with fervency, they've become brothers to me.
And I think that shows on the screen, this genuine love, this genuine relationship. If you're a guy that just loves a good story, there you go. We've got 30 years of character development.
I own a film and TV development company, so I write some scripts, but most of what I'm writing is like development documents. So it's like character development, story development, stuff like that. And then we hire writers to actually write the thing, but we create the idea, or we buy book rights and then create the idea from that. And then we spend months and months and months kind of figuring out how to best tell the story from the content that we've either created or that we've bought from someone else. And then we hire writers to come in and do that. We have written, me and my writing partner have written a few things like all the way through. The development process is very layered though, so you start with an idea and then you hand it off to a writer, and then sometimes you bring in another writer to sort of finish his work. It's funny because we go see a movie in theaters or something, or watch a TV show, and we think like, oh, there's like one guy that thought of it and then that's that. But it usually goes through like a chain of creative process. Sometimes that's bad because people don't sort of sync up with their ideas. And that's part of what my job is to make sure that we're hiring the right people who sort of share the same lens or share the same sort of creative ideas, so that there's a continuity in the creative process.
That's what they did while you're trying to move on. Does it hinder your career or does it help it?
I think that perspective of whether it hinders or helps is really irrelevant, right? I mean, it was such a huge event in our lives. Nostalgia is one of the most powerful things in the world. To not accept that graciously and to be overwhelmed with joy every time someone goes, oh, you were a huge part of my childhood.
You guys have a different perspective than some of the people that are jaded about it.
I don't think we define ourselves by, I don't think anyone should define themselves by their careers anyway, right? Anytime someone brings up Rascals, my heart skips a beat. But at the same time, it feels like no time's passed,
Everybody still has that core rascal,
That's right.
inside of them.
That's right. But we went for like 3 weekends in a row to this dance studio to learn the actual routine.
Yeah.
But then they were like, oh, no, just run around and goof off.
there's a weight limit!
You built this as an opportunity for upstarts, when it's really just self-promotion! You're a fraud, Mr. Hendy! Whoa! What? We're racing!
We're leaving!
What? No!
Good luck, Mr. Hendy!
This was never an opportunity!
Just push me off!
What?
Harley and the Davidsons, a 3-night television event.
You can't just reject a government order for your materials.
Why can't I?
Well, it's an essential needs project.
Essential to whom?
Mr. Reardon, no one has ever refused to sell a strategic material to the government. It's against the fair share law. You have to sell it to them.
Well, as they want.
That would be theft. You know, Mr. Reardon, times have changed. We all have to be flexible. We can't be tied down by rigid principles.
Mandy.
Like all the other pretty little rich girls who come to me for their ink, she was looking for a lot more than a tattoo. I was happy to provide. Water under the bridge.
Until 2 nights ago when you guys hooked up, how'd that happen?
I was at a bar. She came in, threw herself at me like old times, and I obliged. That was the last time I saw her. She seemed to like it okay at the time.
Shut up.
Hey, Jesse.
You know that wasn't you the other night in that photo! It's that chick Claire. I got paid 25 grand. You're telling me that you really don't know?
Wait, I don't remember anything.
What happened, Mandy? Who killed Claire?
What do you care?
Well, I care because the cops are trying to pin it on me. Got a conscience, felt bad about everything she had done. Especially because the pictures broke up you and what's-his-name, Zach. She just had to set things right.
We can go to the police together and figure this out.
You're trying to confuse me! You shut up before I do something!
I'm guessing you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth, am I right? Me? I was poor white trash. That's it, no other word for it. And before division, I had no future. Now I know computers, languages, tradecraft. When I make field agent, I'm gonna get to see the world. Fast cars, fancy hotels, Europe, Japan, whatever. It's all stuff that I never dreamt I'd get to do. They're training us to be James Bond. What's so bad about that? Alex, never thought I'd see you again.
Likewise, on your knees.
Walk away, and I won't hurt you.
I'm the one holding the gun.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. I'm not that same recruit you once knew.
Neither am I.
I'm a cleaner now, Alex. You know how many people I've dissolved in acid?
We're seriously understaffed.
These motherboards, where are they? Get them.
Not a lot of hardware around that can run these. I don't know who would want them.
I do. I'm not hurting the kid.
Fine, then.
You make him stop, please.
There's no one there.
They're right there!
And drop the knife.
Don't listen to him. You're right there. Did you see him? Right here? Mm-hmm. I didn't kill him, though. I didn't do it.
Liar.
And I'm not lying.
Ben, they're dead and they can't hurt you anymore.
They can't.
Your mind is playing tricks on you. Once you get help, it'll all stop.
We're never gonna stop, man.
Yes, you are.
Not until we're done with you.
You okay? I killed you. I set the fire. It's about...
Who are you?
I don't know.
There's no records of anything. It's almost as if somebody wiped them off the face of the earth. Either that or Or what? Or he never had any.
Need to find him.
Who?
The provider.
But now you've come. We can find him now.
Lesson number 1. You gotta watch your back.
I rein the horse for those who cannot see.
You've ruined my life.
Where is she?
If you want to find her, you're going to have to find him. And kill him.
You're in it for the ride, kid.
Sounds good. Oh, yeah, you got a little something right here.
Get used to it.
Nothing wrong mechanically with that bird.
Okay. 2 things, Sergeant Caporelli. First, I'm an officer. So please try and show some semblance of respect for my rank.
I'm sorry, sir.
And second, I might be new to this outfit and the odd man out on the crew of that bird, but she's still my bird.
I understand that.
I don't know where this gremlin is living on my plane, Sergeant. But you and I are gonna find it. Today. Now.
Caught him stealing.
Stealing what?
I was over in the officers.
Colonel, sir. Lieutenant Michael Schmidt, co-pilot of the aircraft that Sergeant O'Hara is assigned to.
Well, Lieutenant, your crew member was just caught stealing alcohol from her.
So I've heard. Thank you. Has Sergeant O'Hara given an explanation for his actions yet?
No, Mr. Schmidt.
That's good, sir. I'm certain I can explain. It was my fault. You see, our plane had an early return yesterday due to a mechanical issue. After working on it all day, we determined the cause of the problem to be sand in the fuel and oil lines. Now, the crew chief has replaced the fuel pump and fuel screens. However, there is still quite a bit of buildup in the lines of sediment and sludge. The problem, sir, is that
We are hitting Rome.
What happened?
When we get down, the medics, they're gonna take good care of you. Archie, what the hell happened to your shoe? They're gonna fight me. Hey, we'll take the old girl down, right? I'll just crash her in the surf. I'm not leaving you behind. True to shoot. March, true to shoot. It's been done, right?